Hi, welcome back to channel TrainStation2. Alright, we got first in the last competition and we claimed that long-awaited legendary train. So I've completed this whole event with two legendary. One is the one that just collected, which is the 4,000 event keys. Earlier on we collected that 1,000 event coins, as well as the epic train. Not forgetting we got a rare as well. So in short, we are just left with common train as well as a special building that we couldn't collect in time. So that's it. This long event is over, and it's time for the good break with a lot of mini events coming about, but I'm probably going to focus in doing the region jobs so I can finish up the jobs in Italy. Long awaited for this event to be over before we can start doing those again. So not forgetting, this is the last competition I'm going through with you. Hopefully after this have a good break as well. So along the way, I mean, lots of items to be produced because you can see quantity being asked for are really huge. Alright, sometimes gonna choice, but we're gonna replace the jobs, and along the way faced with really tough decision. But as I had the option of claiming the epic train earlier, together with the legendary train, there wouldn't be any jobs that I can't do. So sometimes when you have both legendary, it's really powerful, but when you have an epic job, you just gotta cancel the job continuously, and Pixel keep on giving you the same epic job. That's really frustrating. But in this time around, since I've claimed the epic train, whatever jobs comes, I'll be able to do it. But it's just choice whether I have that items or not. So, and also sometimes the job just required legendary train, but huge quantities. It's like taking forever to complete with just one legendary train. So it is really tough for that extent, but no choice, but you got to finish it sometimes. There are times where I'm stuck with jobs, but I'm really lucky. The early onset of the competition, I really fulfill a lot of the jobs, and I could create a huge gap between myself and the second in place. I think when we ended this whole competition, we were near to 1,000 EP gap, so that's really fantastic. All right, so we've been getting some duplicates, but that's perfectly fine because epic drops is always welcome. So look at it here. Most of the time, you really have to think and prioritize what items to produce because you only have so much of the factory production capability, because we are paying customer or we are not paying customer. It's regardless, you're going to spend that gems wisely. So for me as a free-to-play and not paying customer, so I can only afford 110 gems, which is 2 additional slots. So total there'll be 4 manufacturing slots for me. So really got to prioritize in terms of that. And of course, not forgetting always having this common problem of a warehouse being too small. So of course, if you are in the same problem, it's good that you start using the 5 building technique. 5 building technique basically is to lay up just 5 of the lowest level building that you have in the map and you just keep the rest. All right, so yes, the population will drop drastically. You'll be really surprised by that, but you just keep on doing it because every time there'll be consistently 4 jobs for you to be done, and if you fulfill those requests, then you will be able to basically increase the population. All right, talking about the car earlier, that was an additional item that we can produce right now. You can see here. It takes a while and lots of items, of course. After that, it was keep on being demanded, so probably is a new item. So back to the warehouse, leading to the 5 building technique. You really have to spend effort in doing those building requests. Once you have cancel one of the jobs, then you have the next building because you have 5 being laid out. The next job will appear instantaneously. That's the reason why you have 5 building techniques. All right, so then if once you have fulfilled that population increase and fulfill the warehouse requirement, upgrades should be done, and that's how you can increase the warehouse. But it is a bit tedious right now, unlike the past where I kept all the building, the population stays. Now it's an accurate reflection of the population in the building being displayed. So that being said, you may have to pull out all the buildings that you have on the map itself before you can start upgrading again. So that's really painful, and I've not been doing that for a while. Probably I'll be a chance to increase warehouse space, but I don't think I could spare the spare goal to do that right now. I'm always keeping for the next long competition, so probably a few more before I start doing the warehouse upgrades. So it is a really painful process, and a lot of hard work need to be added in. So that is something you should be doing at the onset. For me, at the current level, it is really tough to increase warehouse spaces. So I'm already 980. Another 19 levels, and I'll be 999, and I think that's the end of the levels that they can afford. I doubt Pixel will be fast in creating 1000 levels and above. The current region, Italy, is already a new region. I doubt they will be able to create another new region that soon, because they'll focus more towards how to make a revenue optimization rather than creating fun gameplay. That's Pixel for you right now. It's really sad. Playing TrainStation for a couple of years, it was really fun initially. Everything was so great. Every single competition so much easier, and lots of rewards. Claim all the trains, special building, lots of gold, unlimited amount, as you hear me right. But now no longer, because they are into revenue generation and optimization. So fun in terms of the user or the player experience is no longer important. So that's how, when you have a successful developer, and it is the game that allows them to make good money, because a lot of people are actually paying huge amounts of money in games that make them really greedy. So that's what's been thinking throughout the whole day if they're working. So in terms of experience, you can see here, even in the last competition, they screw up. You could create a box last minute to insert that game back to the Dino Park, but otherwise you can see how screw up they are currently. So it never happened before, but it just screw up right now. So it just means how much they have neglected in the gameplay experience at all. So that being said, it doesn't matter to me. It's a free game, and been playing for a couple of years. I think I earn much back, a lot more. So free to play is really important. You can drop the game anytime, but I wouldn't be dropping it since it's free anyway, unless they start charging. So for now, it's always about creating new environments for us to play with. But that being said, it is not easy. The environment they're going to create will spend a lot of effort in creating probably events for you to enjoy, like Dino Park. So totally new? No, not really. As you've seen, one of my videos, I've been showing you Dino Park in the past as well. So it's always a repeat of events. They're not thinking fresh ideas at all. It's just recycled, right? So that being said, you always focus in terms of your own process. Don't worry about all the nitty-gritties. What you really enjoy most. I mean, if you enjoy doing the region jobs, by all means go ahead. But if you enjoy fighting competitions, then go ahead. Like me, I always enjoy fighting competitions. How to I make the best use of the resources, dispatches, everything, so it can get first every time. But of course, sometimes not as lucky. You'll be stuck with really difficult jobs and you get second or third, but I think that's perfectly fine. So gradually you learn the trick. I'll always mention starting late, 12 hours late, so you can avoid the aggressive players that really start on time. You spend 110 gems to increase the building capacity of your event factory. A few rounds of collection of raw materials required at the onset, so they can start producing around the clock, sufficient warehouse spaces. Those are the things that you need to do in every single event. And not forgetting, in the first three competitions are always the easiest, and you should maximize them by spending all your union dollars to increase the capacity of your trains, event trains I'm talking about, buy those batch trains using keys and gold, because you really need them to collect raw materials. All right, so do remember to do this vote. I think it comes with 10 gems free, so just choose whatever you require. For me, I just a container depot, so for that to earn 10 gems, it come shortly. Don't be worried, you definitely get it. So event has ended, and of course we get first 350, and additional of the 50 that I have earlier. I could get 4 number of big boxes we're going to exchange later on, but now the prize item. Alright, so that's the legendary train been waiting for, and of course we got additional union dollars for fighting in the unions game itself. And now of course I spend the remaining 400 Union coin, not Union coin actually, event coin. So that done. I think that's all for this event. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe. Have a good rest and do your region jobs. Goodbye.